Hi everyone, I wanted to follow up my video on the Caddy Buddy with a short video on the technology that I'm using in my iPad to access digital material. As I realized that I was no longer going to have easy access to hard copy text and other types of material, I knew I needed to shift my use to digital access. So that's what I've done with buying an iPad and adapting to it. In the iPad, you have to purchase or download a application for file saving purposes. The one that I chose is called Goodnotes because it allows me to fill that those files with PDFs, and then annotate, whether highlight or writing, with my iPencil on any of those documents, and then be able to pull them up and use them as I'll show you. So when I click that icon, you'll see now the first page of the 12 chapters of the text that I'm using for the BA 458. You'll also see a couple of other documents in here. Here's one which is called the Instructor's Guide. There's a full text of the full text that this briefer text is based on. Plus, there are a couple of the Wall Street Journal articles that I sent to you that I'm also using for supplemental reading for this course. Now, the key thing, though, I wanted to show you is what the ability now that in Goodnotes gives me for annotating, marking up, etc. my anything that I have saved. There you can see where I have written quiz 15Q. That's just to indicate to me and to students that for the quiz on chapter 1 will have 15 questions. You can see how I've highlighted as well. Let me show you how easy it is to do that. So at the top I have a pencil, I have a highlighter, I have an eraser, I have a sort of a bubble note, and then I have a off button so I can't inadvertently write on it. So when I click the writing button, it also will give me different colors I can write in, but I'll stay in black. And if I come down, I can simply with my iPencil write my name, and then it's done. I don't need to save it or anything. It automatically is saved, and it's permanent unless I choose to erase it. And by erasing it, I can go up to the erase button, come down, and then just swipe across it, and I can erase what I wrote. Similarly with the highlight, if I go up to the highlight button, so you'll see that it turned blue, and come down and just sweep across any of the words, now I've highlighted. And if I don't want that highlight, I can come back and sweep across and get rid of it. And it's that easy. And then when we're ready to review this up on the big screen, I can then, as I said, toggle to my iPad, and now I have this chapter on the big screen, and I can go through it as I want to based on my notations, highlights, etc. with the students. And we just go page on page however we need to. Similarly with any of the articles I put in here, I've done the same thing with them. There you can see with that soft skills article I sent you, I made some notations and highlights as well. So the technology works really well for me. I did use it yesterday in my class, and it worked very well. I was really pleased. I'm sure there's much more I'm going to learn about Goodnotes, much more I'm going to learn about iPad technology as well. But first blush, first effort, I'm very pleased with both the iPad and its work within the classroom tied to the lectern, and the use of Goodnotes for satisfying my way of adapting what I dearly loved, which was the hard copies that I used to use, to now digital media. And I also think it shows well in the class for business orientation and use of technology. So I'm pleased to be able to show that capability as well to our young students. Anyway, certainly if you have any questions, I'll be happy to follow up with you in that regard. Anyway, thanks. See you soon.